Motorcraft has all types of filters to fit Ford, Lincoln, and Mercury vehicles, as well as other vehicle models. We'll start by reviewing how filters work on a vehicle. There are numerous types of filters. The air filter traps airborne dust particles before they enter the engine, keeping the air clean and helping the engine burn clean. It should be inspected at every service visit and changed when needed, or every 30,000 miles at a minimum. Some Ford Motor Company vehicles are equipped with lifetime air filters that do not require regular replacement. The oil filter cleanses the engine oil. That helps reduce wear on the engine's internal components. Normal oil filter replacement is 5,000 miles for many Ford, Lincoln, and Mercury vehicles. For some newer Ford engines, however, that interval has increased to 7,500 miles. For 2010 and beyond, many Ford, Lincoln, and Mercury vehicles go to a 10,000-mile interval. Vehicles operated off-road or in dusty conditions still require more frequent oil filter changes. Always check the owner's manual for the proper filter change interval. The inline fuel filter traps fuel contaminants before they enter the engine's fuel delivery system. It should be changed every 30,000 miles. Some newer vehicles feature fuel filters that are able to trap more particulate matter without clogging. These filters normally do not need to be changed. The automatic transmission filter keeps abrasive particles in the transmission fluid from reaching the transmission's internal components. The cabin air filter prevents airborne particles from entering the vehicle's cabin. It should be changed every 15,000 miles. On climate-controlled seats, cabin air is drawn through the seat fan motor and distributed in the seat cushion and backrest. Motorcraft's product line depth, the fact that we have filters for all Ford, Lincoln, and Mercury vehicles on the road, is a significant advantage. Now let's look at two key characteristics of Motorcraft filters: high capacity and efficiency. Let's take a look at what that means for oil filters. Capacity is the amount of sediment the filter holds as measured in grams. The other part of the equation is efficiency, and that's really how well the filter does in trapping the dirt particles and other contaminants that could get into the oil. Motorcraft filters are extremely efficient. Let's compare a Motorcraft filter with two leading aftermarket brands. The first Motorcraft advantage is clear with anti-drain back valves. Take a look at these aftermarket filters. They have a black rubber valve. These black rubber valves can become brittle and crack, which can cause a dry start condition that results in engine damage. As you can see with the Motorcraft filter, we use a red silicone valve. These resist the heat generated by the hot engine oil and prevent dry starts. The second Motorcraft advantage is pleat spacing. The aftermarket filter has some uneven pleats, which can cause oil flow concerns and possibly pressure issues. If you look at the Motorcraft filter, you'll see very even pleats. The third Motorcraft advantage is clear on pressure relief valves. In this case, note the aftermarket filter's lack of size. This can cause unfiltered oil to come back into the engine. Motorcraft's design ensures that clean oil is provided to the engine at all times. Fourth, let's look at media size. The aftermarket uses much less media. And note the cardboard end caps used in some of these aftermarket filters. Less media generally equals less capacity. In addition, aftermarket filters may not bond the media to the end caps properly. This can cause bypass of unfiltered oil. On the other hand, Motorcraft correctly bonds the media. Motorcraft's final advantage is clear with center tubes. Note the aftermarket's use of plastic center tubes. On this example, they use a black plastic center tube that may not withstand pressure surges versus Motorcraft's superior steel center tubes. As you've heard, Motorcraft oil filters can offer several advantages over competitive aftermarket products. So let me summarize those advantages for you once again. Motorcraft's oil filters feature a silicone anti-drain back valve and a large threaded pressure relief valve that prevents unfiltered oil reaching the engine. They have consistent pleat spacing, a high-quality steel center tube, case, and base with well-bonded end plate, and they utilize a fluted exterior design for easier removal. For air filters, Motorcraft seals are made of resilient, leak-proof polyurethane, compared to less durable plastisol seals on some competitors' filters. Most Motorcraft air filters are chemically treated to withstand damage from oil or moisture and to enhance capacity and efficiency. Many competitors use untreated dry media, which can't match the dirt-blocking capacity of Motorcraft air filters. For fuel filters, Motorcraft uses stainless steel for excellent corrosion resistance. Many aftermarket fuel filters are made of lower quality tin-plated or galvanized steel. Motorcraft fuel filters are engineered to withstand 6 times the normal fuel system operating pressure. Competitive filters are not required to meet Ford's stringent engineering standards. And Motorcraft fuel filters typically have more media area than most competitive brands to ensure 90% removal of particles 20 microns or larger. This level of protection helps prevent scoring on fuel injectors. As we have shown, there can be numerous differences between a quality Motorcraft fuel filter and the aftermarket competition. Fuel filters are an example of where the old advertising slogan, "Pay me now or pay me later," applies. A small investment now can prevent a larger expense later. We'll discuss this more in a few moments. Cabin air filters have been part of many Ford, Lincoln, and Mercury vehicles since 1995. Motorcraft's cabin air filters are able to remove more than 90% of dust, pollen, and spore particles that are larger than 3 microns. When you consider that a typical grain of sand is about 200 microns and the width of a human hair is about 90 microns, you can see just how efficient these cabin filters really are, even removing particles 1/30th the size of a human hair. In addition to the filters we've discussed for typical vehicle applications, Motorcraft also offers filters for Ford's diesel applications, specifically the 7.3-liter, 6-liter, and 6.4-liter Power Stroke diesel engines. Here's a quick overview. The 7.3-liter oil filter is 98% efficient, trapping particulate 18 microns or larger. And the anti-drainback valve prevents dry starts and includes material formulated to resist aging from engine heat. For the 6-liter and 6.4-liter oil filter, efficiency is rated at 95%, and it also features a top-load dripless cartridge element. The air filter for the 7.3-liter diesel engine is 98% efficient in coarse dust testing, with excellent dirt retention properties. Its tight, leak-proof polyurethane seals and specifically designed adhesives help it withstand elevated underhood temperatures. The 6-liter and 6.4-liter air filter contains twice the amount of filter media versus conventional pleated filters. It is 99.99% efficient, trapping material as small as a single micron. The fuel filter for the 7.3-liter diesel engine is 98% efficient and has a water removal efficiency of 96.5% or greater. Those same efficiencies apply to the filter for the 6-liter and 6.4-liter engines, which feature patented AquaBlock technology to treat the filter media to ensure separation of water from fuel. Filters are relatively low-cost parts, which may contribute to the perception that they are a commodity item, that one filter is as good as another, or that it really doesn't matter what brand you buy. But nothing could be further from the truth. Earlier, we mentioned that "Pay me now or pay me later" advertising slogan. It is appropriate for Motorcraft filters for 2 reasons. Buy a cheap competitive filter and it could come back to haunt you with a costly engine repair or even replacement. On the other hand, even if you use a great filter but don't follow the manufacturer recommendations on maintenance intervals, expensive problems are still likely to arise. Either way, why would you risk a $4,000 engine repair on a $4 filter? All in all, the advantages we've outlined in this program, combined with competitive pricing, makes Motorcraft filters the obvious value choice for Ford, Lincoln, and Mercury products.